Well, my conscience is clear. I've done the right thing. I've done everything I could to protect America, and I can only one man, that's all. I'm not holding myself up above anybody. I'm telling you, I'm doing what I want to do to protect my children from what's coming to this country. I have studied dictatorships, and as sure as I'm sitting here, the left-wing vermin surrounding Obama would turn this country into a prison camp if they're let loose. They would put you in a concentration camp. They'll call it a re-education camp. I'm warning you. I am right. I've studied these things. But I walk around the streets and I see that it's almost hopeless. I see college children who know nothing about anything. Nothing. Marijuana, drugs, sex, music, that's all they know. They think because they can Twitter and they can text message each other that they're a combination of Albert Einstein and Chopin together. They're better than Einstein and Chopin because they can sit with a finger and tap out hieroglyphics to each other. Further and further diminishing the literacy level of America with these idiotic devices, reducing things to their telegraphic minimal. No nuance, no subtlety, no literature, no science, no poetry, no art, just twittering. W-O-R-N.
You're listening to the CNIN radio show with Steve Cooper. Take it away, Steve.
Hi, everyone. This is CNIN radio. That was Michael Savage. We had to start the show off with him. The man is a genius. He is, I'll tell you, the past maybe 2 months, just the radio has been the best talk radio out there. This guy is on the pulse of everything that's going on. He really knows. So I always recommend to people, listen to Michael Savage, really one of the only one speaking the real truth out there. All right, now Department of Homeland Security came out with a report. All right, it has declared war on conservatives, okay, and veterans returning from the war. This is a real piece of work, okay? And it goes to show you that I guess the war on terror is over, so now they're going to turn all of the resources of spying and the Homeland Security against the American people. Is this what's on their mind? You know, Obama's going to kiss ass to all of the our enemies and radical Islam, and he's taking his shoes off over in a mosque in Turkey, but meanwhile he does a speech in Georgetown and they cover up a symbol for Jesus. This is what you dummies voted for, okay? You know, this is, you know, it's right out of the textbook of the Soviet Union playbook here. All right. You got Danny Glover, Sean Penn, Annette Benin. They have all visited terrorist states, states that sponsor terrorism, and I want to know if they are on this list. Okay, they are left-wing extremists. They bow down to enemies of this country. Okay, they obviously support state-sponsored terrorism. Therefore, they are extremists and they are terrorists too. Okay, is Bill Ayers and Reverend Wright? Okay, are they on this list? What about Barney Frank, Chris Dodd, and Maxine Waters? All right, they are responsible for this mortgage crisis. Okay, they rammed their socialist policies down the throats of the banks to give out loans to people that were not qualified. All right, and their strong-arm tactics, basically, they forced the banks to make bad loans. And, you know, they also threatened the banks that they would be sued for discrimination if, you know, they refused to give loans to poor black people that can't afford a house, okay? So now we have to pay, the taxpayers have to pay, and this whole mess caused a meltdown in the economic system, and the mortgage, the mortgages, and even illegal aliens were getting loans, okay? Where's my house? I want a free house, okay? You're giving them out, you might as well give me one. And Bush did support, you know, giving an advantage to poor people so they could own a home. Okay, he did support this, all right, until I believe it was 2003 or 2004. He saw that the abuse was going on with this whole mortgage crisis with Fannie Mae, and he tried to put more restrictions on Fannie Mae. But of course, that's when the Democrats started screaming racism, and the coward Republicans, ran for cover like they always do. That's all they do is know how to hide. They have no balls. Okay, so all-out war has been declared on anyone that is a patriot. Okay, for years the liberals have screamed about profiling Muslims, but now they are profiling against veterans and pro-lifers, independents and conservatives. Okay, so and again, where are the Republicans? Not a peep. Okay, where is John McCain, the war hero? Okay, not a peep out of him. All right, they are cowards. Okay. They don't belong in government. Resign. If you don't have balls to stand up to these Stalinists, I want you to resign. You do us no good. Okay, you are there to defend us. And if you're not defending us, then step the hell down. Resign. You're a coward. Okay? All right, they're using all of their powers to silence dissent, okay, according to what we are seeing here. All right? And, the left is doing everything that they accused Bush of doing. Okay, Obama has declared a truce with radical Islam and declared war against conservatives. Okay, once again proven he is unfit to be president due to his Marxist tendencies. Okay, now look at this. He's taken over corporations. All right, he's a charismatic speaker, and he's cracking down on dissent. Have we seen this before? Does Nazi Germany ring a bell? Okay. And, the American Marxists are the most intolerant racists out there. They are obsessed with race. And, if you are against their globalist agenda, you are called an uneducated redneck racist, okay? And then we saw this with the Tea Party and all of these liberals on CNN were coming out, and they were not only CNN, it was also the other networks and the far left bloggers. They were out attacking anybody that went to these tea parties, which I went to one, and I'm going to talk about that later. Okay, so and then I'm from New York. I'm not a redneck. Okay, I'm obviously from the north, and I am against all of the bullshit that's going on here, okay? And obviously I'm no redneck. I have common sense, and these rednecks are smarter than you moron liberals think, okay? They are hip to your game of deception and lies, and they are true patriots. You are basically anti-American domestic insurgents. That's all I got to say about you, all right? Many of the people that read my page are from the South and the Midwest, and these people love this country the way it is, and I agree with them, all right? They want the government's hands off of their guns, off of their religion, and off of their child's education. They're not looking to have you brainwash their kids into Marxism,